Hi Algebra 2 students, this is a video about dividing powers. Again, just a brief overview using my Algebra 1 lessons. So with dividing powers, you're going to subtract the exponents. So that's the rule, you're going to subtract the exponents. So for example, if we had c to the 11th over c to the 8th, again, we're all about that base. That base has to be the same in order to do this. So we'd subtract 11 minus 8, and we'd end up with c to the 3rd. So if we wanted to simplify this, we're all about that base. We are looking at the same basis. So here we have g to the 3rd, and this would be g to the 1st. We're going to subtract them. So we'd get g to the 2nd, and h to the 5th over h to the 3rd would be h to the 2nd. And that would be our answer. Now let's look at this example down here. So we are looking at our bases here. So we have negative 21 divided by 7. Now I have had Algebra 1 students subtract these. Come on now. You know that this is a division sign, so you're going to divide. So that's a negative 3. X to the 3rd over x to the 4th. We have 3 minus 4, so that's x to the negative 1, and I will get to that here in a second. A lot of you, I can hear you through the screen saying, whoa, 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 wait a minute. I'll get to it. So we have 4 minus 1 here, y to the 4th over y to the 1st is y to the 3rd. Now we can't have negative exponents, and in your book it talks about negative exponents, and I also have another video on that. So what happens is this negative 1 is attached to the x, so it is going to move that down here, and it's going to be a positive x to the 1st. So we have a negative 3 times y to the 3rd over x. And that would be our final answer. So another thing we want to talk about is power of a quotient. If you have a power on the outside of a rational or a fraction, you can go ahead and distribute it to the numerator and to everybody in the denominator. So we get h to the 5th over g to the 5th. That's another rule you need to remember. Another rule is any non-zero number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So for example, all of these would be, well, this would be 0. 3 to the 0 is 1. Now this is a negative 3 to the 0 is 1. Now this one's a little tricky because if you look here, this 0 is only attached to the 3, not attached to this negative. So this negative is still knocking at the front door, so it's a negative 1 for that one. Okay? So that's all I have for you for this video. Enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions.